What's up, yard freakos, and thanks for joining me on this video. So today we're going to be going over early spring lawn care tips. Now I know that most of the country is probably past this point, but here in Colorado we're just now coming out of winter dormancy. So what these tips are for is helping you getting that lawn ready right before the spring green up shows up here in a couple of weeks. Okay, the first tip I'm going to give you guys today is talking about raking your lawn, especially in areas like this. So we had a pretty big snowstorm here about a month ago, and that snow really matted the grass down. So what we're wanting to do here is get a rake and get all the grass fluffed up again, because that's going to help when it comes to mowing here later in the video. And not only will this allow the grass to stand up and for your mower to mow it down that much easier, but what it will also do is allow sunlight and air to get down to the crowns of your grass and allow it to green up that much sooner in spring. So by doing this, you're doing a lot of things, getting rid of dead material and allowing the grass to green up that much sooner. Okay, the next tip may seem like an obvious one, but it is an important one. So what we're going to be doing next is I want you to go and just walk the yard and make sure that you can start getting everything off the lawn so that it doesn't impede grass growth or anything like that. So for example, things always accumulate in the lawn like snowman ice, you know, rocks that somehow got there from just snow shoveling or whatever. Sometimes you may have dead local wildlife that expired in your lawn that you didn't notice. And then especially this year with us, because our snow season was so bad, we just got a ton of sticks going on here. So you might want to make sure that you get the bigger ones. You know, also sometimes your golf game when you were just going stir crazy. So make sure you get your sticks and all that other stuff and just give it a nice walk, because then you're going to be able to see what exactly happened in your yard and how you can anticipate treating it here in the next few weeks. All right, so one of the things I noticed while walking my yard is that I had a lot of winter die-off this year, and there's really two reasons for that. One, it was a pretty dry winter, and so, you know, even in winter, you got to give your grass some moisture, otherwise the crowns will start dying back a little bit and you'll get the straw color, and it'll take longer for the yard to recover. Two, it's also because I hate to mention it, but I did neglect my yard in the later half of fall last year, just because I was off in Florida doing things for work and just didn't have the time to, and my wife just didn't have the time to come take care of the yard. Not that I would ask her to anyway, but so the grass is kind of suffering from that neglect from the later half of fall. So that's what leads into the next tip here. So my next tip, because I do have all this winter die-off, is I'm going to mow the yard. I'm actually going to mow it pretty low. Now, people are going to think what I'm going to tell you to do is scalp, and that is not what I'm asking you to do. What I'm going to be doing is just mow lower than I normally would, so that we can remove all of this dead tissue off the grass blades and really get some good air and sunlight down into the crowns to be able to allow them to bounce back that much faster. This will also help vacuum up, so to speak, any of the rest of the winter rubble, so to speak, within the yard. Get that off the ground too, and just leave a nice clean slate of grass there for you. So with that said, let's get started. Little quick spring tip for your lawnmower here. At least with me, what I always do right before I get started up, I'll just add a little touch of seafoam into the carburetor just to clean out potentially any kind of dust or dirt that may have gathered there over winter in the garage or in the shed or whatever. So just one of those things that keeps your mower purring for years to come. course, it always helps when you turn the gas on to the freaking mower. Okay, the last tip I want to give you guys for early spring lawn tips here is to get some dial soap into your ground. And what I mean by that is this, what dial soap does is it breaks the surface tension of water. And so what we're wanting to do is get as much water from the spring moisture as possible into the ground. And so by breaking up the surface tension, it allows that water to penetrate hard compacted surfaces like clay soil a lot easier, because the water isn't holding itself together through its molecular bonds as easy. So use Dawn soap. Other types of soap could burn your lawn, so I would say use Dawn because it won't burn your lawn. And then what you do is basically put it in a hose-in sprayer and set it to where you're getting half a cup of Dawn soap out for each gallon. So basically 4 ounces per gallon. And then you just cover your lawn with that, and that'll help your grass get a lot of that spring moisture it may not have gotten if from runoff. So with that said, you guys take it easy, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.